this video, we are going to review order of operations. Do you remember Bedmas and what it stands for? It stands for brackets, exponents, and then division, multiplication, and finally addition and subtraction. Bedmas tells us the order that we have to perform operations. That means we always do our brackets first, we do our exponents next, we do our division and our multiplication, and we always do our addition and subtraction last. So why do we have brackets? Well, we do brackets because if multiplication always comes before addition and subtraction, as in this example here, -3 plus 2 times 5, if we follow our order of operations, we would have to do our division and multiplication first. This would become -3 plus 2 times 5 is 10, which would give us -13. But if we had brackets around this first portion here, then this would allow us to add or subtract before we had to multiply. So brackets are very, very useful in orders of operation. Let's run through several examples now to see how to apply Bedmas to various situations. Our first example, we've got 2 times 15 minus 18. Now remember, we're going to do inside our brackets first. So this will become 2 times 15 minus 18 is -3. And then we're going to do 2 times -3, and that would give us -6. Keep in mind that if you've got a number like this 2 that's written next to a bracket, it means that we're multiplying. Our second example, to evaluate 7 minus 3 bracket 4 squared plus 10 bracket. We're going to do everything inside the brackets first. So 7 minus 3, and then bracket, we've got to do our exponent before we do our addition. So 4 squared is 16 plus 10. Now we can add inside the brackets. So 16 plus 10 gives us 26. And now our Bedmas tells us we have to do our multiplication first before we do our subtraction. So 3 times 26 is 78. And then finally we can do our subtraction. So 7 minus 78 gives us -71. Our next example, there are no brackets. So we're going to start out with our exponents. We've got 15 minus 2 times 3 squared, which is 9, divided by 6. We now have to do our multiplication and division. So we're going to do 15 minus 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 6. And then 15 minus 18 divided by 6 is 3. And 15 minus 3 is 12. Let's do a couple more examples. These ones are a little bit trickier. We've got brackets here. We're going to do the inside brackets first before we get to the outer brackets. Remember, we always work from the innermost bracket and we work outwards. So we've got 3 times, and then 4 plus 1 is 5, plus this other bracket, 6 minus 2 is 4. That's still squared, and then the whole thing squared. Now we're going to do our exponent inside here. 3 times 5, 4 squared is 16. And then 3 times 5 is 15 plus 16. That's still all squared. We got to add in our brackets first. So 15 plus 16 is 31. And then 31 squared is 961. Our final example, we're going to remember do brackets first, so we can do both of these brackets at the same time. We're going to do 120 divided by, and then 25 minus 30 is -5 over 8 times -2 plus 3 is +1. So now all we're left with is multiplication and division, so we can do both of these. 120 divided by -5 is going to give us -24, and 8 times 1 gives us 8, and you should recognize that 8 is going to go into 24 3 times, so our final answer would be -3.